welcome you all with my love and respect. Today's subject is your inner space. The whole world unused natural resource, I can say misused powerful natural resource is your inner space. Naturally available to us, just because we don't know how to use, it constantly gets abused. And we do not know the power of it. Just the simple one understanding. Again and again, from time immemorial, the enlightened masters are landing on the planet Earth and saying that life is joy and ecstasy and bliss. Again and again. Another one problem is, we are not able to just throw them out, saying that they may be liars, or one bolt has gone. We are not able to push them aside just because of their authenticity, just because of their very presence. Truth adds value to your presence. When Vivekananda addressed the Parliament of Religions, he started, "Dear brothers and sisters of America." The reminiscences, people who witnessed the scene, they say that it took at least 10 minutes for the crowd to settle down. It was such a strong experience, not just clapping, the very feeling. Somebody asked Vivekananda, how this happened? Because every day you see in the street so many people calling you sister, brother, all those things. The problem is, when they call sister or brother, you don't know what for they are calling. There is a beautiful word in Sanskrit, ojas. If the person who is speaking, if he is speaking from authentic experience, the person who is listening has to listen authentically. Listener cannot escape, because the depth are the words will have its own quality. Not only that, anything comes out of the pure inner space has to penetrate your inner space, has to enter into your inner space. When Vivekananda says, "Dear brothers and sisters," you cannot just brush him aside saying, "Oh, he's lying," or he's using sentimental words, or he is just socially polite, or he is politically correct. You can't brush him aside, because it will be such a strong experience. It will be such a strong word. You cannot push the master's words aside. I always tell people, either you agree completely with me or you disagree completely with me. That's a big problem. But you cannot push masters aside. Again and again they are happening, and they say that life is joy, life is ecstasy, life is bliss, life is ananda. But in our daily routine, it doesn't seem to be true. And it doesn't seem to be reality. That is why I have seen many times this happening. People who live closely with enlightened masters, living masters, they can't understand what is going on. This guy is constantly radiating so much of joy. So much of ecstasy. I always tell people, if you live with the living master, either you should become enlightened or you will become mad. No other way. Because you are too close to truth. It's a dangerous zone. Either if you are cooperating, if you are letting that process to happen, if you are involving yourself, you will become enlightened. If you are resisting, the resistance will be too much, because every moment you have to resist, and you don't have so much of energy to resist, because his presence will be so strong, it will be penetrating. To resist an enlightened master, you need almost equal energy, which is practically impossible. That is the reason you can't push them aside. Neither we can push them aside, nor we are able to realize. Then where is the problem? Why their words doesn't seem to be reality in our system? Even people who follow many times feel the words which are coming out, why it has not become reality in my life? I can say the only one reason: unused, abused inner space. The first thing in the life, if somebody asks me, Swamiji, give me only one word advice. Actually, that is a big problem. Many people come and ask me, give me only one word. I tell them, if I have to give you one word advice, I need 2-3 hours. If I have to give whatever I want, then I can give it immediately. One word means it has to be essence. Once Bernard Shaw wrote a 100-page book. Somebody goes and asks, how could you write such a small book, 100-page? He says, I don't have time. If I had time, I would have written only 40-page. Understand? He says, I don't have time. That is why I wrote 100-page. If I had little more time, I would have written much smaller. Means to be precise, you need more time. If somebody asks me to be precise on only one word, advice, my advice will be, let you care about your inner space, that's all. Understand, without knowing, without respecting, without even having little sensitivity, constantly we are abusing our inner space. From morning till night, you do not know what you are sowing, you do not know what you are growing, you do not know what you are encouraging. Suddenly when you see the result, you say, this is not what I asked, this is not what I wanted, I don't know how this happened in my life, I don't know how come God is punishing me. Poor guy. Anything goes right, credit goes to you. Anything goes wrong, he has to take. And we all of us know he is sitting somewhere and he doesn't interfere much. So naturally we go on complaining. It is he, it is he, it is he. The concept of God has become a method to you escape from our responsibility. Escape from our responsibility.
Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham.